Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, September 25th. Looking at window traders market profile of the ES and the NQ. So late, and I mean late in the day, in the last minute or so, we get the overnight high. Right? Only 5 times we have not gotten an overnight high or low. Well, it was almost 6 times until late in the day. NQ never got theirs. Okay? Righty had gotten theirs early in the day, and then they didn't do much of anything. They ended up with a P-shape, 9-wide POC, and a little wall there at FG and H's high. Triple Q's end, 11-wide. We did probe, but didn't get far enough away where I would use F's high. They end 11-wide, and we end 10-wide. No pullback. I don't use L. Too late in the day for me. So what was accomplished by the bulls in the bigger picture? Absolutely nothing. Right? We're still down on the monthly, weekly, and daily. Now, NQ with 4 days to go, and triple Qs still have an inside month. So they're still balanced on this monthly. We're still down. The only thing something changes for ES is if we take out today's high tomorrow and come back into balance, at least on the daily. 4 days to go in the quarter. So we'll see how that plays out. We have GDP on Thursday. We have the PCE on Friday. Had an okay day, not a lot. Mostly in NQ again. I didn't do anything after H period. I mean, this chop, I hate this type of chop. We gapped lower, only to close the gap right away. So again, only 27.8% of upside gaps, downside gaps have held. Then we actually had a trend day up, believe it or not, in D period after gapping lower with lower value at the time. And that failed. So that's only 32% of trend days up have held. I took a short in NQ against the overnight low, thinking we would get it. Took a quick 2 points out of it. Good thing I did that because obviously we rallied off of that pretty good. ES, it's amazing how, like I said, NQ is now in the habit of doing what ES and SPY do, which is front-running things. Never used to do that. Certainly a lot more prevalent lately. I was long in ES to fill the gap for a couple of points. NQ, when it was after failing at the overnight low and was staying above the opener for the most part, any kind of on a pullback, I was long in it, made 8 points there. Same thing in ES, made a couple of points in B period on a small pullback. D period is my best trade of the day. Looking for, I should have done it in both ES and NQ at the same time, but I only did it in NQ and made 19 points off it to pop the day's high, take out the IBI, and start one time framing up. So that was my best trade. I was actually long in G period in ES because I thought for sure we had 2 sets of singles actually at one point. Filled the first one, they were coming down. I'm like, okay, maybe I really did think we would go get the overnight high at that point in G. Obviously didn't happen. I took it off, took a 3-point loss on it. That's why I only made 1 point on the day. And then my last trade in NQ, I was long in H period, made a little over 5 points. So 1 point in ES, 29 in NQ. Very quiet day. Now the one thing bears need to be a little concerned about, we did over 100 million Thursday and Friday. Today, we're only at 60-something million. So whereas when you make lower lows, you want the volume to increase, today it didn't. As far as destinations, SPY, 432.27 is today's high. On the downside, 431.04 is 10 wide, and 428.72 is today's low. We just missed getting into single prints by 2 cents in SPY. And ES, 80.25 is our high. And on the downside, our 10 wide POC is at 67, and today's low is 43.50. And don't forget, we still have the rollover gap, 25.50. So we got into it again, but did not fill it. Okay, not even close to filling it from June. Now, on the chart, so what's important right now? Well, first let's go to the weekly. Remember I said this 3-week low, bulls would like to hold it? Now, did we take it out? We did. We're one time from around the weekly, 2 weeks. But for now, we close back into it. Now, the weekly is certainly down, but the more important thing is, by the end of the week, do we hold this, right? We took out this, because this is where we had gone balance, bull, balance, and then when we went bull again, hit our yearly high. So I think this is fairly important to hold, because if you don't hold it, I think you're going to see some more downside in SPY to the 420, 410 level. So again, bulls want to hold this level. Even though we took it out by a little bit, we'll see how it progresses. So the monthly is down, right? One time framing down 2 months. The weekly is down, same thing, one time framing down 2 weeks. And the daily is down, one time framing down 3 days out of an outside day down, and the gap is still my main focus up here. So here's the question. If that 430 level doesn't hold, right, well then we're going to come down and fill this gap here at 422.92 from back in June. If we do start holding this level, and here's the level right here, no, that's not the level. Where is it? It's up here, right. If that level holds, well then eventually we should eventually come back into balance, take out Thursday's high, and then fill this gap first. So that's the question we have to ask ourselves. We're going to fill this gap first. We're going to come down and fill this gap first. All remains to be seen. Right now, though, the bears on all 3 time frames for us are in control. Hope you had a good day trading. Thanks for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.